In response to Over Unity forum asking me to help with the translation of a conversation between Kapanadze and Denis. Denis is a nickname of another Russian person who is in the room with another colleague, and they use Skype to communicate with Kapanadze. I'm doing this translation. It's gonna take few parts as the translation is about 20 minutes. So I'm gonna make a number of videos trying to translate word after word, and I'm using it the best way that I can translate it, and it may not be free of errors. Thank you very much, and please listen to that. Okay. Okay.
Здравствуйте, Тариэль.
Hello, Tariel.
Как ваши дела?
Good. How are you doing? Good, good. So. There are other people posing for me.
Да, я видел, это как так получилось. Кто-то
I saw it.
самозванец появился, что?
There are other people. So, there are 4 people posing for me.
Да. Я вчера
Yes.
на Фейсбуке отвечал.
Yeah, well, I was talking on a Facebook yesterday.
Мне пишет, а у него на Фейсбуке ник Тарил Капанадзе, а Тарил рядом со мной сидит.
They write to me, and he says on his Facebook, I'm Taril Kapanadze, but Taril Kapanadze is next to me.
И он меня спрашивает, откуда, говорит, ты меня знаешь?
And he's asking, how do you know me?
Ну как тебе прикол?
Well, how to say, how to
Я
answer?
говорю, я твой поклонник.
Well, I say I'm your bower, I'm bowing you.
Тарил, как прошли видеосъемки? Все нормально?
Taril, how was your video session? Everything was okay. Good.
Так, а продажи когда появятся?
So, when you're gonna start to sell your devices? I think not so long to wait. Well, we have a certain conversation and certain steps. There would be very, very soon.
Так вот, а как вы сами к этому пришли?
How did you find out how to get into that point so it works and if it works? Well, if you don't want me to lie, it's better if we change the subject.
То есть это случайно, да, получилось?
Well, it looks like it happened by itself, right?
Да, совсем случайно, между прочим, работали антигравитации.
Yes, it happened just by itself,
Ага.
И там
by accident.
такой эффект, что офигеть. Ну, потом начали работать, но
Well, we start to work on it.
если именно на CON-TENSE. Ну, после этого еще Советский Союз был.
Well, at this time there was a Soviet Union.
Тогда у нас была готова аппаратура.
At that time there was very easy to get to the proper devices, and this is my note, it's not in the video. At that time it was easy to bribe somebody to get the access to government property or to anything that you wanted, or sometimes by knowing the right people and returning the favors for the favors. It was the way just to get access and realize whatever you want to realize very much inexpensively. It was just the way that we were living in a communist time.
Ну, потом пошел это распад Союза,
And then we had Soviet Union falling apart, and so on and so on.
Потом 5 лет и 3 месяца война.
And then we had 5 years and 3 months of war.
Потом, после 1994 года, я уже начал демонстрировать, потому что
And I start to do the demonstrations of the device starting from 1994.
я с кем не поговорил, меня то сумасшедшим считали, то аферистом.
And whoever I did spoke to, everybody was looking at me, and he was saying that I'm just out of my mind, or I'm the criminal, or somebody who is trying to create the problems.
Все это уже, конечно, позади, но очень трудно было все это как-то пройти, пережить.
It was very difficult to go through that time.
Вот вроде бы как-то вот, как маленький снежный комок, как с горы спустишься, так она огромной становится.
Well, there is something that has potentially no value, but with the time it becomes in very big value. And some kind of art that seems not to have a value becomes a big value.
Сейчас уже, наверное, и люди готовы.
And right now it
Уважаемый
looks
Тарель,
like
вот
people are more tend to believe in it.
вы единственный, кто дали этому толчок. Вот я занимался уфологией. Где-то
And dear Toriel, I was involved in ufology for half of a year.
может, чуть больше полгода назад. Усердно. Я случайно буквально наткнулся на ваше видео.
And by accident, by chance, by just happening, I found your video.
Ну там, где зеленая коробка демонстрирует
There's a place where you have the green box,
5 кило.
5
И вот с этого
kilowatts.
момента, ну я сам по себе электрончик.
And from that moment,
Соображаю.
electronic
До этого я даже
skilled
не подозревал,
man.
что такое
And I
возможно.
didn't think that it's gonna work.
И вот все.
Денис,
Денис?
если что, там посмотрим. Придется собрать хорошую команду.
Well, if we see something in it, we will have a need for a good ufology.
Сейчас гидравликов, механиков тоже.
And right now, the hydraulics and mechanic as well.
Потому что я не имею права трогать электронную установку.
I don't have rights right now to even build electronic circuit for that device.
Я должен судиться с VIESTYL.
And I should sue them in the Soviet style
Потому что они нарушили договор.
because they didn't keep the contract.
Посмотрим, что я смогу сейчас сидеть-то делать, но у меня в договоре написано там с VIESTYL все. Не работаем по законодательству Швейцарии.
And it says in the contract that I have, and that is the part that I didn't understand. So that's the end of the first video clip, and I'm gonna make the second one. So it's the end of the part one. I believe it's very important to many people what Tariel says about the history and the technology by itself. Thank you very much. See you next chapter.